Is that your thing, jiu-jitsu? I know you're a fighter too. You're mixed martial arts, right?
I've practiced Brazilian jiu-jitsu for a long time. Yeah,
right.
It's really.
I'm not a
great
fighter.
Stuff. But the thing is, like, that's why I had that guy do.
So it makes sense.
Yeah,
but it was great even when it didn't make sense to me.
It's just so his stuff. He does so many different things. He does skulls. He has one. See if you can find that one where he has a sea monster. There's a sea monster that's attacking a boat, like a mythical sea monster that's attacking an old ship in these raging waters on this table. It's incredible. The stuff he does is just mind-blowing.
You like art. You have amazing art in this amazing museum of a place that you have taken over.
Art's incredible, and plus this is the only place where I really get to decorate. I have zero say over my own home.
I bought a warehouse too. My wife lets me bring.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
That way nobody gets mad at the house. I have 2 Greg Overton paintings. He's gorgeous. 3 of them actually now. He does this incredible Native American art, and I have 3 of those in my house. And that's it. Everything else.
And she's okay with that.
Yeah, my office is chaos.
How old are your kids now?
Well, I have a 10-year-old that we moved out here. She was 10. Now she's 12, and a 12-year-old that's now 14. So
they go every year. Don't you find they get older? The last time I saw you, you were in Calabasas, California, on your way to a father-daughter dance.
Oh yeah,
at Round Meadow or something. Yes.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun, man.
Father-daughter dances.
Dance with your kids. It's so interesting. So interesting watching them. I just introduced my 12-year-old to South Park.
Does she have that sense of humor?
My God. When you have not, she's almost 13. You have not heard like the wails of hilarity. There's the like she could not believe what they were getting away with. She couldn't believe it. I go, honey, you can watch that. She likes to binge watch shows. Like she's into The Walking Dead.
Right.
I'm like, you can binge watch this to the end of time. They have like 1 million episodes, and they're all funny.
The biggest joy for me, for my children, is to find that they have a sense of humor. That was the most important thing for me. Just know what is funny.
Yes.
Just know. Don't take things so seriously. Don't be so dramatic.
Yes.
Just find, even in something horrible, because that's what's gotten me through life, is just the ability to laugh at something. So when you introduce something to your kids and they just explode over it, I think that's, like you're telling me with such joy.
She's all in. She got a South Park hat at Spencer Gifts. What is it? It's not Spencer Gifts. What's it called? Is that what it's called? What's that one that's out here? It's the same kind of thing.
Do you like living out here?
Spencer's. I love it. I love it out here.
Because you're a Boston kid, right?
Yes, that's where I went to high school. I basically lived everywhere. I lived in New Jersey till I was 7. I lived in San Francisco till I was 11. I lived in Florida till I was 13, 11 to 13. I lived in Boston, 13 to 24. Then I moved to New York for a little while. Actually, I think I moved to New York when I was 23. And so it was back and forth. And then I lived in New York for a couple of years. Then I moved out here.
I talked to Bill Blumenreich a lot.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he loves you. He loves you.
And I've been working for him since 1989.
Yeah, so I'm partners with him in some stuff.
He's the man.
He is the man. Did he not put you in the business? Weren't you a driver?
He certainly helped me. Yeah, he got me spots for sure. He took care of me. I was a limo driver.
Right.
Yeah. I met my manager. It's a funny story. My manager used to manage Bob Nelson, and him and Bob Nelson were splitting up. And he came to Boston looking for new talent because he felt like he'd seen everybody in New York. And I was driving limos for Fifth Avenue Limousine, and I had an idea that came to me. I'm like, oh my God, I think this is legit. And so I called up Oliver, who was the manager of the club, and I said, hey man, can I get a 10-minute spot tonight? He was like, yeah, absolutely. And so he hooked me up. I came down and did a guest spot. The bit killed. I had no idea.
Do you know what that bit is?
I have no idea. No idea what it was. I forgot completely. But it went well. And my manager, who's my manager still, was in the back of the room. I was basically an open micer. I was really only like a couple of years into comedy. And
wow.
I was just starting to get some paid work on the road, like middling for like local acts at like shitty bars in the middle of nowhere. Those kind of gigs. And he said, can I see you tomorrow night? And the thing about it is, like, if I had known he was there, I would not have done that bit, because I do remember the bit was dirty. And back then in the 80s,
yeah, you had to work clean.
You had to work clean. You would never get far in the business if you work dirty. And I was like, God damn it. Like, but that's what I like. I like Dice Clay. I like Sam Kinison. I like Richard Pryor. And I remember this guy told me I swear too much, this host of an open mic night.
Fuck him.
No. But it was in his mind that you had to get on a sitcom. It was in his mind that you had to get on.
That was the
show.
path. That's what I was talking about earlier.
He was right to give me the advice career wise. He just didn't understand that I didn't think that way. I wasn't interested.
Right.
And he goes, I go, but that's what I like. I like Dice Clay. He goes, yeah, but you're not Dice Clay. I go, okay, I'm not. But how do I become me if I can't do what I like?
Right.
And, luckily I didn't listen to him.
And
but
here you are today.
This manager guy, he takes me to a bunch of different places. And then he took me to Fast Eddie's, which is a bar in Huntington, Long Island. And there's this dude named George Gallo who's on stage, who's hilarious. And he had a bit where he would put a banana in his mouth and do a reverse shit. It was so ridiculous. He was so ridiculous, but he was really funny, like really eccentric. And my manager sees this. He goes, listen, I'm going to get you out of this. You don't have to do this. I mean, it's a dive bar. People are hammered. I go, no. I go, these are my people. I go, get me up there. I go, trust me. And I just went up there and fucking killed, and it was all dirty. It was all sex stuff. And then he was like, okay, I changed my mind. You're going to have to go dirty. It's going to be hard. You're not going to get on television, but that's the real you.